definitely. Thank you for joining us, and we'll be happy to hear from you and also learn from the best practices what are implemented in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, floor is yours.
Yes, thank you so much, guys. Appreciate your giving me the opportunities, and I'm so happy to listen to Dr. Rajiv for all his excellent presentation. I think we will have to connect soon. Okay, I will I will start looking at the elders or our big important folks is really how we look at it from even starting with how all religions guarantee their rights. That's number one, and I think that's where we have to build our society, looking at our responsibility, supporting these important folks or this is important people from our life. Next. Yeah, if you take Quran, for example, Quran is stated you have to make sure you don't say, even when they get and you are responsible for these older people in your home, you should not say even something to make them unhappy, or also to make sure also you speak to them in the language where they can take it as understand and respecting them. Because every time people get older, they really do not respect somebody young. I mean, older, younger than them, to even tell them what to say. So this is part of the Quran. Even if people how understand Quran, they said if they come in يبلغن عندكم الكبر أحدهما أو كلاهما فلا تقل لهم أف mean you don't even say why. That's وأن ولا تنهرهما وقل لهما قولا كريما. This is one of the Quran's clause or say. This is very important to look at it from our society, our generation, before even we go to technology and looking at technology to help them. Next. Okay, if you take Saudi Arabia as Saudi Arabia as an example, and how we look at it now and looking at our senior citizen, Saudi Arabia now is a pioneer, inclusive innovation across urban, health, and religious service. Sure, what helps in Saudi Arabia, even during the COVID-19, is really because we have a very strong infrastructure when it comes to communication and connectivity, and that's what helps us a lot to handle and help the elder people and our senior folks in that situation. Focus on accessibility. Now we have a lot of program to focus on accessibility, digital inclusion, and dignity for elder citizens. 4 cases I can just bring here, and there's even more than that. But I just, for short time we have to look at it. In one of our new developed cities, and there is more like 4 or 5. One example is in Neom. Neom now, one of big well-known city. It has, there's a walkable, AI-powered urban mobility with accessibility and design, and that's really where we start implementing this, having in our mind all the need of all these important folks. This is example of the city of Neom. This is before, this is after. Just show you the city. You can guys go and go with it and look at it. Thank you. Next. The second one, which is we have now, we call it Siha Visual Hospital. We have a big, huge now program in Saudi Arabia run by our MOH, where they have visual hospital. This visual, it's handle all remote care and digital inclusion for elderly patients. We are one of there's some, we submit some of these solutions when it comes to telemedicines, and very supportive to all these people, helping them in their home, and also try to eliminate them to come to the hospital if they do not need to. And this is a big program the kingdom is running. Smart Hajj and Umrah, Smart Hajj and Umrah, a lot of these older people and people with really ages even exceeding 70 or 80, 90, they come to Saudi Arabia for the Hajj and Umrah. And now we are moving toward how we use technology, digital, AI, give them what they call it, monitoring their health while they're doing their practice of Islam. And now we even put in some contract looking at this closely and start increasing to put this as part of the digital transformation programs where we can help these people before we come to the any situation. Even we have like hub of hospitals in different location of this Makkah city where they can get faster and help them there. But that's, you can see how big this is. Challenges for sure. There's a lot of these older people, they come and do their religious practice in shorter time, and some of them they really whether they're too old or they even have some health issues. But that's part of the now program. Where can we use technology and AI to help taking care of them before it's too late? Sport Boulevard City, now we have a big program. It's really running. It's almost 135-kilometer road. This is for like cycling, jogging, bath, smooth surfaces, rest zone, and smart lighting. A very huge program. This is where shows you all where they can, even older people come and enjoy. And also they have all these events and programs, and now it's almost 80 or 60% of the project is running. We even one of the company monitoring the progress of this program. But that's really shows how important to have a place and location where these older people, they go enjoy their life when they have time and their family or somebody are busy not taking care of them. Next. How the role of society and family. I think to me, before even we go to technology, the way I see it, we have to encourage and help and make sure our society, families, schooling is having these elders be part of their programs. If we don't, you look at it from families and from responsibility of community, even if we have all these digitals and solution and technology, we will older people, they need help. And as the doctor mentioned, sometimes you need a human in the middle, because sometimes their age would not allow them to make some decision. But encouraging these students, starting even from earlier age of education, make them part of the volunteer, take them to sit and bring some of these older to the schools, and try to make it part of the community, part of the families. This is the really where I can see you cannot just leave this to the governments or even to the technology. If we don't, this has to be part of the full education ecosystem, of the full family system, because we cannot only rely on any technology without looking at this as part of our families, responsibilities, encouraging from our young children all the way there, see how they're important, and see how they are going to be enjoying their volunteer to go and look at their elder people and their families. That's very important. And so, honestly, you see worldwide, they start little bit, breaking down. That's really where you get more scary things, because the minute the younger people decide they don't look at this important responsibility, then we really, whatever we do, would not really be able to implement any solutions, whatever is. But having the families is taken by their responsibilities, schooling and convincing our young generations, our young children, how important because all of us gonna get older one day, and whatever you do to your older people, I'm sure your children will do it to you. That's really what everybody has to be convinced from a young elementary school all the way to colleges. It should be part of any educational system. That's how the way I think that's very important and should be implemented as stronger than whatever is being seen in so different ecosystem, educational ecosystem. Next. How though I shared some vision, I think accessibility, integrity from the planning stage We have to have the elder people is part of our planning stage for anything to understand, especially when it comes to technology, because technology is an enabler and not a barrier. And if we get them as there, we know exactly what they need to, and that's will make it part of our planning. I think we have to see the active valued citizens, because this is valued citizen. We have to respect them. This is responsibility, and they have the big value whatever we do, and that's part of the planning. I think the gaps and the opportunities where I see it, sure, lack of age sensitivity design in urban platform and apps. That's as the doctor mentioned. You can see a lot. Still, there is a lot of gaps. Need for across sectors collaboration to scale age technology, and also you have to know what's the challenges of all this AI and technology, and where we can use the strengths of this to add it to the value and make sure this is supporting our elders. Limited elderly engagement, as I mentioned, we have to have them part of our, whether technology or planning or cities, smart city, they should be engaged and part of the co-designing process. Next. Closing thoughts. I think these projects are models, as I mentioned, from Saudi Arabia, and we all worldwide, we need always look at collaboration. Test beds for scalability, inclusive and urban and solutions. And I really appreciate the effort